Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving deep into bilberry and grapeseed extracts.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of buzz around them these days, and we want to see if the science actually backs up the hype.
Sounds good to me. I'm always up for busting some myths.
Right. So to do that, we're going to be looking at 3 different research articles.
Three.
Yep. All about bilberry and grapeseed extract, their potential benefits for things like blood sugar control, cholesterol levels, even weight management, the whole 9 yards.
I like it, a holistic perspective.
Yeah.
So where do we start?
Well, the first one we're looking at is a systematic review.
A systematic review. Always a good place to begin.
Yeah, it gives us a really solid overview of the research out there.
So what did they find? Anything exciting?
Oh, definitely. This particular review looked at a whopping 24 studies.
24, that's impressive.
It is. And get this, 20 of those studies focus specifically on grapeseed extract.
So a lot of research dedicated to grapeseed extract in particular.
Exactly. Seems like there's a lot of interest in it.
Makes sense. I mean, people have been singing the praises of grapes for centuries.
That's true. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What kind of impact did they find on things like HbA1c?
HbA1c, the gold standard for understanding long-term blood sugar control.
Exactly. It's super important for anyone managing diabetes.
Absolutely. It tells us what your average blood sugar levels have been over the past few months.
Right. And keeping that in check is key for avoiding all those nasty complications that can come with diabetes.
No doubt about it. So, did the review find any promising effects on HbA1c?
They did. Bilberry extracts seemed to be particularly effective at lowering HbA1c levels.
That's encouraging. Was it effective for everyone, or were there certain groups that saw bigger benefits?
That's where things get even more interesting. It seems like it was especially helpful for certain groups, Chinese subjects,
That's interesting.
older individuals, and those with type 2 diabetes.
Interesting that certain populations seem to respond better.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
Who knows? It could be genetics, dietary habits, even differences in gut bacteria.
So many factors at play.
Definitely. A lot more research needed to tease that apart.
Agreed. But for now, it's promising to see those positive results in specific populations.
Absolutely. Gives us some avenues to explore further.
Definitely. Okay, moving on from blood sugar, what about cholesterol?
Cholesterol. That's a big one for heart health.
Huge. Everyone wants to know how to keep their cholesterol in check.
Rightfully so. So what did the review reveal on that front?
Well, there's some good news here, too.
I like good news. Lay it on me.
Both bilberry and grapeseed extract showed potential for lowering total cholesterol.
That's great. And even better, they specifically seem to target LDL cholesterol, the bad kind.
Exactly. It's like they're going after the troublemaker and leaving the good cholesterol alone.
Pretty impressive. Was this effect seen across the board, or were there specific groups who benefited more?
It seemed to be most pronounced in people who already had high cholesterol.
Makes sense. Targeting those who need it most.
Yep. Also folks with type 2 diabetes or metabolic syndrome.
So it's like they give an extra boost where it's really needed.
Precisely. And it's not just blood sugar and cholesterol either. This review also looked at blood pressure.
Oh, blood pressure. Another crucial indicator of heart health.
For sure. And you know what? They found that grapeseed extract had a positive impact there too.
Really? Tell me more.
Yeah, it seemed to help lower both systolic and diastolic blood pressure.
That's fantastic, especially considering how prevalent hypertension is these days.
Exactly. And even a small reduction in blood pressure can make a big difference for your overall health.
You're absolutely right. Every little bit counts.
Definitely. But we've got to ask, what is it about grapeseed extract that makes it so potentially beneficial? What's the secret weapon?
Well, that's where our second source comes in.
Oh.
Tell me more.
This source delves into the actual composition of grapeseed extract, and it turns out
Don't leave me hanging.
it's packed with these compounds called flavonothrials.
Yeah, they're part of a larger group called polyphenols, which are basically powerful antioxidants found in a variety of plants.
So they're antioxidants. Okay. But what does that actually do for us?
Think of flavonothrials like tiny little shields for your cells.
Shields.
Yeah. They neutralize these things called free radicals, which are basically unstable molecules that can wreak havoc in your body.
Free radicals, those are the bad guys, right?
Exactly. They can damage your cells and lead to inflammation, which is linked to all sorts of health problems.
So by fighting those free radicals, flavonothrials are helping protect our cells and keep inflammation in check.
Precisely. They're like tiny warriors fighting on the front lines of your health.
That's a pretty amazing image. So these little compounds are waging war on inflammation at the cellular level.
You got it. Pretty impressive, huh?
It is. But did this review look at how all of this actually plays out in the real world? Like, did they do any studies with real people?
That's where our third source comes in.
Okay, bring on source number 3.
This one's a randomized controlled trial.
Ah, the gold standard of research.
Exactly. Considered very reliable because it compares a group receiving the treatment,
In this case, grapeseed extract.
right, to another group receiving a placebo.
So you can really isolate the effects of the extract itself.
Precisely. And this particular trial focused on obese or overweight individuals.
Okay, so we're really getting into real-world applications now.
We are, and the findings were pretty compelling.
Really? Spill the tea.
The group taking the grapeseed extract experienced some pretty significant changes compared to the placebo group.
Like what?
We're talking lower body weight, lower BMI,
Wow.
smaller waist circumference, and even an improved waist-to-hip ratio.
So they actually lost more weight and saw improvements in their body composition.
They did.
That's pretty impressive.
And here's the kicker. Both groups in the study were following a calorie-restricted diet.
Hold on, so it wasn't just the diet alone that led to those improvements.
Nope. The fact that the grapeseed extract group saw better results, even while both groups were cutting calories, suggests that the extract itself might be contributing something extra.
That's fascinating. It's like the grapeseed extract gave their bodies an extra edge.
Exactly. So there might be something going on beyond just the calorie restriction.
That's really exciting. I wonder what's behind those extra benefits.
Well, that's where things get even more interesting. The study also measured things like inflammatory markers and hormones related to appetite.
Oh, okay. And what did they find there?
They found that the grapeseed extract group had lower levels of these inflammatory markers, TNF-alpha and HSCRP.
So it's fighting inflammation beyond just what we talked about earlier with those free radicals.
It seems that way. And remember, chronic inflammation is linked to all sorts of nasty health problems, including obesity.
Right. Inflammation is a big deal. What about the appetite hormones? Any changes there?
They found that the grapeseed extract group also had lower levels of neuropeptide Y.
Neuropeptide Y. Remind me what that one does.
Well, neuropeptide Y is a hormone that actually stimulates your appetite. So if you have less of it floating around, you might feel less hungry.
Wait, so you're telling me that grapeseed extract could potentially help people manage their weight by fighting inflammation and making them feel less hungry? That's a powerful combination.
It certainly suggests that grapeseed extract might be working on multiple levels to support weight management.
This is all so fascinating. We've covered so much ground, from blood sugar and cholesterol to weight loss and inflammation.
It's quite a journey, isn't it? And we're just getting started.
You're right. Stay tuned, everyone, because we're going to delve even deeper into these findings and explore how you can actually put this knowledge to good use in your own life.
We'll be back after a short break with more insights and practical advice. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, so we've seen the evidence, bilberry and grapeseed extracts. They really could be powerful allies for our health.
Yeah, they show a lot of promise.
But how do you actually use this information? Like, how can you fit these extracts into a healthy lifestyle? That's the big question.
It is, and that's where things get really interesting, right? Because we have to remember, these extracts aren't magic bullets.
Right, they're not a substitute for the basics.
Exactly. They're not going to replace a healthy diet.
Or regular exercise.
Or talking to your doctor, all that good stuff.
Absolutely, those are always going to be the foundation.
But think of these extracts like another tool in your toolkit, you know?
I like that, a tool in your toolkit.
Like, imagine someone who's trying to lose weight.
Okay.
They're already making changes to their diet.
Yeah.
They're exercising regularly.
Yeah.
Adding grapeseed extract on top of that could give them that extra push to see some real progress.
Just like in that study we were talking about earlier.
Exactly.
Where both groups were on a calorie-restricted diet.
Uh-huh.
But the grapeseed extract group lost more weight, had smaller waists.
Improve their BMI.
Yeah, pretty impressive results.
And don't forget, it's not just about the numbers on the scale.
Right, right.
The extract also seemed to help reduce inflammation and regulate appetite.
Yeah, so it's like a multi-pronged approach.
It is. It's tackling the problem from different angles.
I wonder if that same logic could apply to other things too.
Like what?
Like for someone who's pre-diabetic or has high cholesterol.
Interesting.
Could incorporating these extracts along with those lifestyle changes make a significant difference for them?
It's possible. I think it highlights this need for a holistic view of health.
Yeah, a holistic view.
Where we see these natural compounds as working alongside our healthy habits to create a stronger foundation for well-being.
I like that. A stronger foundation.
And that's what makes this research so exciting.
Yeah.
It's empowering people to really take control of their own health.
Take control, yeah.
To be proactive and make choices that support their bodies.
I love that shift, from just reacting to problems to actively promoting well-being.
Exactly.
And these extracts, they could be like key players in that shift.
Absolutely.
But of course, we always need more research.
We do.
Science is constantly evolving.
When we're learning new things all the time.
Yeah, especially about those long-term effects.
Right, and how these extracts might interact with other things, medications,
Right. It's important to stay informed.
Absolutely. But based on what we've seen so far,
Yeah.
bilberry and grapeseed extract, they show a lot of promise.
They do. What's really stood out to you from all of this?
That's a good question.
What's grabbed your attention?
I think for me, it's the fact that these extracts seem to work on so many different levels.
Yeah, that's not just one thing.
It's not just about lowering cholesterol.
More blood sugar.
We're talking about potentially influencing inflammation,
Yeah.
appetite, even how our genes express themselves.
It's like a whole body approach.
It is. It really highlights how complex our bodies are.
Right, and how everything's interconnected.
Exactly. Sometimes it's about supporting our body's natural processes.
Yeah.
Finding that balance rather than just targeting one specific issue.
It's like we're giving the body the tools it needs to heal and thrive.
I love that analogy.
Instead of just masking the symptoms.
It's about empowering the body to do what it does best.
Exactly. I think that's a message that resonates with a lot of people, We all want to feel our best.
We do.
And sometimes a little help from nature can go a long way.
It can. It really can. What are your thoughts on using these extracts preventatively?
Ooh, that's interesting. So not just addressing existing health concerns, but incorporating them earlier on.
Exactly. What if we start thinking about incorporating these extracts into a healthy lifestyle from a younger age?
Could they help prevent these problems from developing in the first place?
It's a paradigm shift.
It is. It's a whole different way of thinking about it.
Instead of just managing diseases,
Yeah.
What if we could prevent them altogether?
That would be amazing. To live longer, healthier lives.
Wouldn't that be something? And this research, it gives us a glimpse into that possibility.
It does. It's exciting.
Yeah.
But it's up to us to keep asking the right questions.
To keep the conversation going.
And figure out how to use these findings to build a more proactive approach to health.
A proactive approach. I like that.
Well, that's a great place to leave it for now.
Yeah. Lots to think about.
We've got one more segment to go.
Can't wait.
Where we'll explore some additional insights and leave you with some food for thought.
Sounds good.
Stay tuned for the final part of our deep dive. This whole conversation about preventative health has got me thinking about our relationship with food in general.
Yeah, how we view it, what we prioritize.
Exactly. It's amazing to think that something as humble as a grapeseed could have such a powerful impact.
Right. We usually just toss those out.
But they're packed with all these beneficial compounds.
It really shows you the power of nature, doesn't it?
It does. Makes you wonder what other hidden gems we're missing out on.
I know, right? We get so caught up in processed foods and supplements.
When sometimes the simplest things are the most powerful.
Like those grape seeds.
Exactly. It's like we've lost touch with that ancient wisdom.
Yeah, the wisdom of nature.
We try to isolate and synthesize specific compounds.
When maybe the magic is in the whole food itself.
The synergy of all those elements working together.
Exactly. That's what holistic health is all about.
Nourishing your body with the full spectrum of what nature provides.
A balanced diet, plenty of fruits and vegetables.
Yes. Even those grape seeds.
Who knows what other incredible discoveries are out there waiting for us?
It's an exciting frontier, that's for sure.
It is. This research on bilberry and grapeseed extract.
It's really just the tip of the iceberg.
It shows us the potential of these plant-based compounds.
To really make a difference for our health.
And it reminds us that our understanding of the human body is always evolving.
Always learning, always growing.
And with that in mind, I think it's safe to say we've only just begun to explore what these extracts can do.
The possibilities are endless.
They are. So to our listeners, I say stay curious.
Stay informed.
And stay open to the incredible power of nature.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, it looks like we've reached the end of our deep dive today.
We have. It's been a fascinating journey exploring the world of bilberry and grapeseed extracts.
It has. Hopefully you've all learned something new and valuable along the way.
We hope you enjoyed this show. And until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.